Hey guys, how are you all? Hope you're all well. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Charlotte, aka Cash Stuff with Charl, and this channel is all about keeping myself accountable, sticking to a low budget, saving when I can, and my journey to becoming debt free. So today's video, I've literally come on just to explain the changes and everything. My budget wasn't working. It's like I seem to be putting things in my sinking funds and then they come in out straight after, if you get me. So like I really need to sort something out where my sinking funds just gets like a massive boost, and it's obviously like not so much reducing my budget, like the categories that I've got weekly for myself, if the money is there, I'm going to spend it. However, if it's not, I'm not going to miss it. So it's like, I've never had a personal, like, I'm not one of these people that need, like I've got my household and grocery separate. Now, it all comes out of the same pot to me. So why have I got two separate budgets for that? Or categories even. So what I've tried to do, I've got to try to go back down to basics and stuff. So I'm going to go through it with you. But first of all, before we do that, we're going to just go through my monthly check-in. Because I did put a post on Instagram, if anybody's following me. I was dreading counting my savings up again. I was hoping to obviously hit the 1,500 mark, because obviously previously last month my savings were at £1,337.72. However, counting them up yesterday, they were down to £962.95. So I was literally dreading. I have gone a bit off budget and stuff, a bit like nuts, impulsive spending, if you want to call it that. But when I actually come down to counting everything up, it wasn't as bad as I thought. Yes, it was down, but if I go through the categories with you, then you will see. So obviously it's down to £962.95 as of yesterday. But if you look at the certain budget, the certain categories, it's like, right, Mini Madness has been wiped clean, so that's like going to be a fresh start. But with regards to sinking funds, you know, there's things that I've actually used. So like the occasions, obviously we've had Valentine's Day, we've had Pancake Day, what else was there? Home, that's empty. Except for, yeah, there was bulk shop money in that one. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes by the side of me as well. So that's now empty as well. You've got school holidays is down by £75. Well, obviously we're in the February half term now, so obviously that's gone. I've taken my everything out of my MOT, which was £80. But the things that, like, all right, the sinking funds, they may have been emptied, but there wasn't much in them to begin with. It's like you've got school expenses 10, clothing 10, days out 10, birthdays to remember 10. Now, that's all that's been taken out of them. However, like, there's been birthdays that I've had to pay out for. So like I put money in cards for people and stuff. So that's like, I haven't taken it out just willy-nilly. Clothing. I ordered my son some new trainers the other day, so literally I took the £10 out to go towards them, although they were more than that. So yeah, but I'm not going to justify it and think, right, okay, I've messed up, because my biggest achievement, should I say, is the fact that I haven't touched the £250 that is actually in my Christmas 2026 tin. That's still there. It hasn't been touched. Obviously I can't get into the tin. Now, not gonna lie, if it was in a wallet, in a binder, then it probably would have been touched. But I'm adamant that I'm not smashing that tub. So it's there, and I saw is the change as well. But as opposed to all this one, yeah, I'm a bit gutted with the Mini Madness. So there was £58 in there, that's been emptied. But that's going to be starting again, because I was going to change things up with that anyway, since having this through the door. So we're going to have a little go with that in a minute. Well, not today, but I'll explain my plan going forward. So yeah, so it might be down by £374, but if you look at the overall, it's not as bad as I thought it was. Budget wise, I've had a lot of parties recently, so there was no sinking funds to accommodate them. So this is hence why I need to boost these sinking funds. So going forward, what I've done, I've gone through all of my direct debits, my standing orders. So I have cancelled my gym membership. Obviously, sorry guys, I had to pause that then because my son comes through the door. Yeah, so where was I? Yeah, so going forward, I have gone over all my direct debits, my standing orders. So I've cancelled my gym membership and my NutriCheck membership on my phone for now, as you know, I live behind a cycle track, so my way of thinking is, why am I paying so much to go towards the gym when I could just go for a walk? Like, I go the treadmill and stuff, I could do it in the house, you know, even if it's just for a couple of months, just for me to sort of get these sinking funds boosted. My Instant Ink, I'm currently paying £20.99 a month, so I am looking to downgrade that, which I have, but that's not going to start till next month, so I'll be saving £7 odd on that. And Canva Pro, which I use, that's currently £13 a month, so at the moment I have cancelled that for now, and see how I get on with the free version, just maybe even if it's just a month or two, just to sort of save what I can. So with my weekly budget, I have decreased my categories. You probably can't see these, but my purse did have obviously groceries, diesel, kids, household, personal, miscellaneous. Now at the moment it only has 3 categories, and the 3 categories in there going forward are, so I've got groceries, obviously this is going to be including household and eating out, because, or like takeaways should I say, really, because like takeaways we used to allocate £40 a month, however we just used it because it was there. However, if it's like, this is going to be increased to obviously take into account the household and takeaways on top, so that will be increased to an extra £20 a week. Diesel will be increased to £20 a week to cover, obviously my son's back in football, so that should cover that. And then miscellaneous is going to be increased to £10, only because obviously when my son's in football, like if he needs a drink or anything, you know, at all, then hopefully that will be just like a buffer, and then we've got back to bank. So we've taken personal and kids out of there. The kids have their pocket money anyway, so again, if the sinking funds are there, then I'm not going to need that buffer for the kids every week, because otherwise it's just getting spent for the sake of it. Again, with personal, I've got my own personal binder, so again, I don't need weekly money, it can just go into my personal binder. So the money is still going to be budgeted, but not into personal and kids, it is going into this. So this will have £20 a week going into it every week on my weekly budget. We will be doing this. So obviously we will just scratch until we get as close as we can to the £20, and then obviously we'll put it straight into the sinking funds. And again, with my grocery money, we are currently doing the rainbow seashells, which we will be reallocating. I was just going to reallocate the 120 that is there, however I'm reallocating it all, 135, this is going. Yes, I am a bit disappointed that I haven't finished it, but I've decided to put the grocery saving challenge into here as well. So obviously I can't, like, this is the coins version, so I don't know what's behind these, but I'm going to give myself a maximum of £10 out of my groceries to go into here. So we'll see how it goes, or like, you know, even £5, because it'll already have the £20 a week anyway off the personal and kids, if that makes sense. Sorry if I'm confusing you guys. we might come back to this, but it was funny because Nick from Country Soul Budgets actually commented on one of my videos and said, like, out of curiosity, what was I saving it for? And to be honest, I didn't know. Like, more or less into sinking funds, but again, like, we've got loads. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, another 12 weeks, that's 3 months. Whereas if I do it this way, I can reallocate straight away. So we're going to start doing that as well. I am sorry if I'm confusing you all, or if I'm a bit muddled up everywhere. And also then, on top, we will be budgeting a certain amount for Mini Madness, the Fiver Friday 52-week mega, and the Saving Dotties, which is currently going towards my Christmas 2026, and then into my Save to Sink binder as well, which is still in here. So it's still my challenge binder. The money's still there. I haven't touched this at all. The only difference we have done is we have gone to use a 10-sided dice to roll. However, we have got we haven't added 10 challenges in here. We've still got the 6 challenges that are in here. I haven't put Gummy Bear Graft on here though, because that is literally going to be done in the end of this week, so I haven't added it on there because that's the first one I want to go to. So literally I've added 10 names. Some of them are repeats, so like the smaller ones. So we've got Love to Budget, which is on there twice. We've got Jelly Bean Jar, which is on there twice. And we've got Positive Trolls, which is on there twice, because they are small denominations. So I want to try and get them done as quick as possible. And then obviously 0 is this. So I want to have a go at this as well. But I was trying to think of a way how I could sort of put it in to my budget as well. Instead of doing it separate, I can do it alongside, if you get me. I think it makes sense. So yeah, but oh, that is everything for now, I think. So there is a few videos to record now coming up. So obviously I will explain further doing it. And what was the other thing? Oh yeah, the Mini Madness. So the Mini Madness has been emptied, like I said, so we're starting again. So what I've done, I've got rid of the challenges, the 6 challenges that were in here, and now going forward we will be using 10 challenges every week for Mini Madness. So we'll be using a 10-sided dice, and each tracker or challenge has their own sinking fund. So you've got variables, emergency, school holidays, MOT, kids, occasions, me, home, and then we've got 2 roll for it. So every time one is completed, we will take it out and put another one in with the same category, so that I know at every time we've got there's every sinking fund in there. Now the roll for it are going to be so obviously when we complete one of these 2, what we will do is use the funds reallocator, roll a dice, and whatever it lands on, it goes into there. So I wasn't going to do an 8-sided dice and just leave the roll for it, but I thought I'll sort of keep it the same as the Save to Sink. So it's 10-sided dice for that, and it's 10-sided dice for this one. But I have lowered these amounts on these as well, so we can try and get through them a little bit quicker. So that's £15, £15, £12. I don't know how I'm doing that one yet, so we'll see as we come to it. These are 50p each, so that saves £24. I could even go down to 25p each actually on that one for £12, just to get through it a little bit quicker. I'll do that, I think. Because I want these to be like quick. So I've also put it up to £20 a week for the Mini Madness going forward. This one is £16, £15, £15, £12 and £10. So they're the ones that we will be starting on Monday. So yeah, where's my challenges going in here? So like I said, it might not work, but I am happy with the way I have decided to do it. So, and I'm looking forward to this as well. So I've seen a few people playing the notes version. Obviously, it's 5, 10, 15s, 20s, I think. But does anybody know the maximum amount on the coins version? Because I don't really want to scratch them all to find out. Or maybe I could message Natalie or Sal and ask them. Yeah, I think I'll do that. But that's it, I think, guys. So, like I said, I hope I haven't confused everybody. Oh yeah, and another thing as well that was down. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes here. It was £374 down, but £233 of that was between the Mermaid Collection and the Save to Sink Pink, which I decided to no longer do. So yeah, so I know it's still gone, but there we are. Right, but yeah, that's it. So I think I've explained everything, well I hope I have. But like I said, my next few videos now next week will obviously, I've got my Mini Madness on Monday, I've got my monthly reset on Wednesday along with my weekly reset, and then I've got Challenge Binder Time Friday, and I've also got the reallocation Friday as well. I was gonna do it Wednesday, but I want to try and do that last Challenge Binder Time first, because I want to try and complete this, because I've got 5 left. So this is going to be my go-to first, with any leftover money or Challenge Binder Time, just to try and get this done, because we have got £33 in there, and then we've got 135 in the seashells, and obviously Gummy Bear Graft is on, what's that on at the moment? 93 at the moment. £261 plus with another 5, so it's going to be at least another £5. So yeah, so we will see. But that is it from me, guys. So I hope everybody has a lovely evening, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye. Hi, me again. I forgot. I was going to do a binder walkthrough as well, so we're just going to do that quickly, guys. So right, so this is my first Sinking Funds binder. So this has kids, occasions and birthdays in it, which is all empty at the moment. So we've got kids first. So we've got barbers. So this is normally £30 a month. This was in my purse. However, once I get to some sort of routine, I'm hoping to get ahead of some months maybe. So I'm going to leave that in there. Then I've got one of these in here for each of my children, just for like that buffer that I was talking about, instead of it being in my purse. Because if it's in my purse, it's going to get spent. Then we've got clothing, footwear, days out, football team. This has been paid for the year. But like I said, especially with away games and stuff, or tournaments, there's like always extra expenses. So like if you're in a tournament, like an ice cream van or burgers, you know, drinks and stuff. So that can be into that one as well. Then you've got miscellaneous. And then we've got occasions. So we've got Mother's Day and Father's Day. I created these yesterday because I don't need a whole tracker for one. Like, I know there's only like 6 icons, but if need be, they can be £5 each or £10 each, you know? Or I could do even £2 each and then wipe it off and do it again and like just keep the amount in there. So I just thought space saving as well, you know? So we've got Mother's Day and Father's Day. We've got Easter on its own. I normally give my 2 oldest kids money for Easter, and then they just have like a couple of eggs each. So like £30, maybe, depends on how they behave. Maybe we'll do it twice, I don't know yet. Happy Halloween and Bonfire Night again, we've put them together. Valentine's Day, Pancake Day, that's been done now, so that's next year. So again, they are together. And that's it, because we've got Boxing Day and New Year, which is here. But this will possibly go in here, but if not, it can just go into the Christmas binder. So I'm not really bothered about that in a minute. And then birthdays, we've got birthdays to remember. So these are for like anyone outside my family home. And then we've obviously got the list of everyone. So we've got my next son's birthday is, oh sorry, the birthday coming up next is my oldest son. So that's in June. So I've got these trackers, and I've also got the old ones that I did. So like, you know, he's 13, he's 14 this year, so he's going to want a lot of things. So it's going to be like a higher budget as opposed to my youngest. He's 5 in July. And then that's the baby's father, which he doesn't really need anything, depending on how I'm feeling with him actually at the moment. And then my birthday, which I never really budget for, but it's there if I want to. And then my son in January, and that's the birthdays. And then next we've got my other sinking funds binder. Oh, just that's bent, that has it. So we've got annuals first, so you've got car tax and car insurance. However, car insurance is normally paid monthly. I would love to get to a point that I could do a yearly, but I'm not in no rush to do that. Variables, so you've got extra debt, car maintenance, health fund, and that's it. Home, then we've got home maintenance, bulk shop. There's no money in these, I need to clean them off really. Textiles fund, household essentials, which I need to start on because my kids are needing new mattresses. And then emergency is obviously emergency fund. So that's that one. And then school holidays, or should I say it was school holidays. It's now school expenses and school holidays. So all things school really. So you've got World Book Day. My oldest two, obviously this doesn't apply to them. But my youngest is 5, so he's going to need like little outfits for these events coming up. I'll probably change this to just like school events or something, because like you've got Red Nose Day, St. David's Day, which is coming up, which I've already paid for. But yeah, so it might be like school events, I think. School uniform, school supplies, school trips, school dinner cards, and then obviously you've got school holidays, which are all in there. That's that one. And then you've got Save to Sink, which you've seen. This one is just a bit of everything. So it's my 2026. So we did have the grocery saver. Obviously I want to start this again at some point. This is the boys' pocket money that I keep in the house. My penny saver challenge, Christmas 2026. So these are my like 52-week mega, Fiver Friday and stuff. Seasonal scratch. Then you've got the Rosebuds budgets, annuals, and Mini Madness is in that one. And then last one is my binder, which is very thin. So you've got Charlotte's binder, Life is What You Make It. So you've got clothing, and then you've got my name, my date of birth, and this is Lily Rain Designs Happy Mail Fund, which I am using to track the Advent tin that I'm saving, as well as Happy Mail obviously, but I'll keep one of these in there separate. So at the moment it's just stuff in there for the Advent. So that's that one. And then obviously you've got my monthly binder, which is just my monthly budget. So week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and week 5, and they are all empty until next week. And that's it, guys. Oh yeah, and obviously this is my MOT one, which again needs to be wiped clean because it's empty. So, but with the reallocation that I'm going to be doing next week, I don't know whether to use the funds reallocator or maybe have a little workout beforehand to see where I need to, like, I'd benefit more with them funds being. So I don't know, but I'll have a think about it. But yeah, so that's it anyway, guys. So thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.